Yeah, yeah. Pull up a chair. We just talk. Yeah. We just chewing the fat, kicking it back. Cap Q, Gregory, DT on the track. If you wanna laugh, if you wanna react, hit play, lean in.
All right. Welcome, folks, to the show. Chewing the Fat podcast, the show where we talk about everything and nothing, light topics, heavy topics, silly topics, serious topics. Tonight, per usual, I have my co-host, Gregory.
Yo, how are you guys doing this evening?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
And then we got DT.
Hello. Hi. Hey.
How's it going? I'm very glitchy now. I don't know what's going on.
It's going. It is going.
It's going.
It's settling in.
Tonight we're going to talk about the there's a rift in Africa that Dave brought to our attention, and that it's getting bigger. Hold on, I'm going to do something real quick. This is being goofy. Hold on.
Well, while he's doing something, I think you guys can still hear us. We're just hanging out, chewing the fat. Hit like, subscribe, share it with your friends. It's a fun place to just hang out and decompress from the regular grind of modern society.
I agree. Hit that
Aim
button.
to
Hit the button.
lighten your day or evening.
Thank you, gentlemen, for pitching the show while I was dealing with these tech issues, which they're still happening. But yeah, I wonder what's going on here. Let's just try something else. So I'm closing out some tabs. That's being really glitchy. I don't like it. But we were talking about the Great Rift Valley in Africa that is causing a little bit of concern here. I guess it's been around for a while, but recently it's getting wider at faster rates than they thought. And then we're going to talk about the cruise ship chaos going on. We have two. Well, one is big in the news, and I know the other one is a coworker said it's floating around Facebook, is another cruise ship that's the one cruise ship. It should be more concerning than the other, I think. Or I guess they both connect dots to me, I guess. So let's start with the Great Rift here. I'm not liking these tech issues, but I asked Gemini, like I normally do, overview of the Great Rift Valley. The Great Rift Valley is a massive geological trench that stretches approximately 4,000 miles from the Middle East down to Mozambique in southeastern Africa. It was created. Oh, see, it's been going a while. I said 20 to 30 million years ago, when the African and the Arabian tectonic plates began to drift apart. This massive fault system consists of multiple interacting rifts, most notably the East African Rift System. You have that picture pulled up, Greg?
Yeah, here we go.
So that's what they're talking about for the
pretty large. Pretty large.
I wonder, because isn't the San Andreas fault line? I wonder how long that is comparative to this one. I would imagine this one's bigger
You can look that up
for
too.
sure. Yeah, hold up, Greg.
Okay, I'll do that.
Wait,
while you guys are doing that.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So let's go on here.
Yeah, go back.
So the
pull this up.
geographic diversity, the valley floor is punctuated by deep freshwater and alkaline lakes, like Lake. Dave, you got that one? Tanganyika
Tanganyika.
and Lake Nakuru. Nakuru.
Like think of a noodle.
Kilimanjaro. A noodle. Ruru. And Mount Kenya. Oh, the
birthplaces of humanity. It's the geological conditions. The rifts preserved a continuous fossil record that the regions yielded some of the most important archaeological discoveries in history, like Lucy, a 3 million year old hominoid found in Ethiopia, have made it central to our understanding of human evolution.
See, I think that Lucy, and maybe I'm completely wrong, is I think Lucy is closer to modern man than they're making it seem. Like I think we've been here much longer than what the archaeologists, I can't say that word. Whatever.
Archaeologist.
There you go.
Archaeologist.
Archaeologist. I just had to hear it, I guess.
Right.
Because there's so much.
Why'd you tell him?
So
he put like 7 extra L's in there. Archaeological and the
archaeologist.
It's all L's.
What are those
I know there's
L people do?
Yeah. Oh man. Here's the major discoveries in 2026. This year brought groundbreaking revelations regarding the future shape of the African continent. Scientists have identified that Africa is actively splitting apart in multiple regions. Wow. There we go. I thought there was more. Communications in May revealed that the Turkana Rift, 300-mile wide zone spanning Kenya, Ethiopia, has reached a critical geological. There's more L's. I missed adding L's.
This is
geological phase known as necking.
I love it.
The Earth's crust is being stretched like taffy, thinning out to just 8 miles thick. I mean, that's pretty thick, I think, still 8 miles, but I guess not in terms of the Earth.
Right. I mean, you got to think, the tectonic plate sitting just above the Earth's core. And so
the magma.
Anything that disrupts from that magma center to wherever that plate is, no matter if it's 8 miles, 10 miles, whatever, that disruption, and we would feel something if we were like closer to it, for sure. You would tell, even just a little bit. But like at the rate that it's been going, and this is why the thinning part of like the necking part is kind of crucial here, is because the rate that a normal tectonic plate would probably shift is somewhere between 6 to 7, but anywhere between like 8 to 10 millimeters, like on an average in a year. And at this rate, it went down to like 3.5 to like 5 centimeters. And the thinning of that is kind of crazy. And again, there was no like disruption or anything like where it's like more like I don't know, volcanic, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, it's not like a disaster movie.
Yeah, nothing like that, but it's caused such a seismic shift in how these plates are like reacting to what's been going on, that they are able to, like, with technology, able to like survey the land from the land and then from above it. You know how they do like those geo mapping? So they were able to do both of these readings and put this together and basically like span it out over like a few obviously we're going to be long gone before it actually does break off from Africa, but they're able to actually see it actually happen, with their technology that they have, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, they can like they project future events, like doing that, like taking like it's a seismic photograph, which is an interesting little side note. So the Shroud of Turin, the shroud that Jesus was buried in, they took a picture of this camera, which was developed in like the 40s to test like what a nuclear bomb does to the ground. Like, so it was like a sonic or a picture like that to see what it does. So they used that camera and they took a picture of the shroud, and the picture of the shroud, the image of Jesus on the shroud, is 3-dimensional. So it's not like a painting. So it's wild, the technology, and they take this camera or this probe and they can see what's going to happen under the magma and stuff like that. It's really cool, really interesting.
The other thing that was interesting is the amount of, like, I guess just power or energy that was emitted from it. Like, they have some other thing that can read the energy of it. And it's like, I don't remember it, but something like 10 times the sun for like a millisecond or whatever. It was really weird, but also, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that it was like 34,000 million or something like that.
Parts per million, maybe, or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
They could replicate it, but only like this big. And
but
the shroud
only
is
for
like 17. Yeah.
Yeah, but only for a fraction of a second. Or if they did it, it would be like exposing yourself to the sun. Plus,
it would burn
a
up.
million
like
or whatever.
Any hotter or any longer, it would burn up. Just
right.
They replicated the amount of energy, but they only can do it in a little square like this.
Yeah.
So like it's a 17-foot burial cloth.
It's crazy.
That's crazy, and it is equally crazy that they could tell what's going to happen to the Earth, 2, 3, whatever it is, 200-300 years in the future, wherever this is. They could be like, well, we saw some seismic things here, and here, and that's gonna make a domino effect, and here we go.
Right.
No more Africa.
No more Africa. Well, speaking of, real quick before I get too far away from it, how long is the Andreas fault line? So you can pull up my screen real quick, and then I'll click from this to the other one. Since we talked about it a moment ago, 700 to 800 miles. So this is California right here, right? So that is quite a bit of California. Okay. In comparison,
4,000
in comparison,
miles.
What's that?
It's 4,000 miles.
Oh,
yeah.
What? The other one?
The Great
look,
Valley.
4,000 miles. So just to imagine how big Africa is, you don't really think about it because it's just on a map. But
it's huge.
Well, I guess in that case, it can lose, it can go to lose a couple pounds.
Yeah, it's probably, it's the natural Ozempic.
It wants to be a little
here.
healthier, Africa. A little slimmer.
A little
sleek.
slimmer.
It's in its, it's in its second half of its 8 billion years. It's having a midlife crisis. Got to lose some weight.
It's having that. What is that? Summer fever or whatever? Spring fever.
It's gonna get a tattoo.
It's gonna get a tattoo by a sports car.
Yeah.
Start wearing different clothes. Yeah.
I think it's the largest rift or tectonic plate system that we actually have.
For sure.
And this is going back to that, a new tectonic plate boundary in Zambia So this, I think, you have that great rift that it like spiders off into other rifts that are probably
Yeah, right
still
here.
bigger than San Andreas.
Oh, you want to see that picture?
No, yeah. Fuck San Andreas. Who cares?
Oh, this
Even the Grand Theft Auto game wasn't
these
that great, right, Dave? Or was it
What's
just the
that?
same as the other?
the San Andreas
Yeah,
What about it?
Grand Theft Auto.
I was like, even San Andreas Grand Theft Auto wasn't good.
Oh yeah. Well,
He was like, "Fuck San Andreas."
people did like that though.
Laura said, very interesting stuff. Or Awaken LJ.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, that's when I read this the other day. I was like,
Is very interesting. Like,
nobody's really talking about this, and something to bring to everybody's attention. I mean, this is world stuff. We exist in this world, so thought we bring this,
yeah,
to the forefront.
our the great grandchildren may have to go through this. This is I just read it and then I thought of it really funny. It says geoconservation efforts. Like, what are you gonna put like a bungee cords, keep it from splitting apart? Like, what are you gonna do? Just build a bunch of bridges?
Right.
They're gonna put like a rope, like zigzag, and then pull it together like a zipper.
How to sew it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But they said because the valley's geological significance, conservation is becoming a major focus. And a Laura just popped up thing. I think the Euphrates is drying up too. I did see that. We can look into that. It's a lot of geographical changes or movement. But
yeah, a lot of because once you disrupt those different layers above the core, a lot of things start happening on the surface that are a little bit different, that disrupt the environment too, that whatever is growing around it, whatever is there, it's changing. And one of the things that actually does happen and we all know this too, when they rub up against each other, they cause waves. And sometimes what happens is they don't budge either side, and they all converge and come up to either like a mountain, or if it's a lot of like pressure underneath that, when they're converging, you get a new volcano that can actually be created from this too. But the one thing that they're noticing here is that underneath that 8-mile, what we were reading earlier, that 8-mile depth above the core, is that there are pits of like lakes.
Oh, so it could have, in that 8 miles, they could have like sinkholes where just air or water.
Well, they've noticed that there was like, that's how they kind of got onto this trend of like randomly some of the topsoil, I guess if you will, was being disrupted or even being disappeared fully. But they've noticed that, and I don't not necessarily think it's what we're getting right now, but they're saying like new ocean. Like it's a new ocean that would be created through this because of how it's breaking apart and where the water is coming from. It's not from the top coming straight down. It's coming from the opposite side. So technically, if it does split apart and that system comes up, that water that's existed between old Africa and where this new land is, that space in between is technically what they are saying is new ocean.
Yeah, I did, when I was doing a little bit of reading on it earlier, I did say, oh, new ocean, because it's the way it's gonna make like a bowl, What are you doing?
Just read it. The Somalian and Nubian plates at a rate of 6 to 7 millimeters a year.
Yeah, so that's like Dave was saying earlier. The average is somewhere around 3 to 5, maybe 5 is like, whoa. Now we got 6 to 7.
It's double it.
It's doubling the movement. Yeah, so it doesn't seem, that is substantial for a year. Like, you went back there in 3 years, you'd be like, oh,
Oh, big time.
Yeah, it's only, I mean, 6
Whoa.
millimeters per year. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when it's continents moving,
Well, I
it's
mean,
substantial.
we got 3 guys on the show. I mean, ladies would know even size matters. There's a big difference between that 3.5 and 6 and 7 here.
There's
Oh, yeah.
7
You
to
know.
21.
We need to hear some input here.
Yeah. Chime in,
Or-
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like an LJ, Laura.
Jeez.
Those data
there you
centers are going to mess with our natural ecosystem as well. You guys should check that out. Yeah, we'll have to touch on the stuff, the data centers, because I use AI a lot, and supposedly they need a lot of water to cool.
You know what I heard about that, and I didn't look it up. So, and remember, everything on our show is speculatory, is opinionated, and
It's
full
how
of
we
shit.
feel.
What?
It's our feelings.
We're just completely foolish. No, but we do
Most of
a
the
little
time.
bit of research. But what I did hear is that saying exactly that, oh, they use a lot of water, is like a scare tactic of some sorts. It's like any other system that uses water. It's like your car. Do you have to keep putting water in your car? Are you using up a bunch of water? Or
Very true.
antifreeze? No, it's a closed system. So why would it be an open system where they're just pumping water in? That wouldn't even be.
Makes a good point.
That wouldn't even be like feasible or smart, like engineering wise. You'd be wasting all kinds of energy. You'd lose more energy than what you were gaining. That's exactly.
That's an interesting subject, because I think computing power, if you actually look at it, these gaming computers come out with water cooling systems to keep them cool.
And they're
there,
like you have to
I would be able to say, you can, I like your comparison to a car to this data center, but the data center has a lot more computers in it than just one. Your car only has one computer. These data centers have like millions.
Oh, but what I mean is it's a closed system. Like
he's talking about
I don't have to
the engine.
Yeah, true.
Like, for example, that's a good. So to go to your example of the computer that's water cooled, you don't have to run a line and call a plumber. Like, hey, I'm hooking up this computer. I need water to this thing. No, it's internal and it's a closed system. So even if you expound that, I don't think that you are talking about they're just pumping water and burning off water. And, do they have a way to cool the whole place?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. That's a different thing. But the system itself is not like just using up all this water, I don't think. I think it's just a way to, trick the layman's and go, oh, you don't know. Oh, you don't know?
Well, they keep the utilization. Like it's a tactic. We all know it. Fear's a tactic.
Mm-hmm.
So I can definitely see this being one of the ways they say, hey, how do we have to utilize these data centers is, we need more water. We're running low on this. We have to conserve. So I can totally see this being a thing. We have to do some more research on that. And that should be a topic on
data centers.
Yeah, like
AI.
in a future episode. I think that's a pretty good, like we can speculate a lot of things now and then look at this research when we come do our light research and go, oh, look at this.
Did you know this? Did you know this?
We could do that. Like, how does the data center
write it down,
work?
Captain?
I did. Right
Bring
there.
it up.
Next.
Greg, write it down.
Good show topic.
Oh, just got to step away. What
Did,
was I seeing here?
When I was getting glitchy, I'm still glitchy. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, folks. Did you talk about Dubby?
Oh, I did not. No, you came back really fast. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Dubby.
Dubby. Our affiliate.
Is it just Dubby.com?
Dubby.com. Use the promo code chewing and get 10% off. It's pretty good. Not bad. Doesn't only has, it's supposed to have all these. Got vitamin C, B3, B6, vitamin B12.
And
It's
it's
got whole caffeine.
a powdered
And they got all
energy
kinds of
drink.
flavors.
You mix it.
Yeah.
It probably has a suggested amount, but you
It's got a little
can.
scooper in there. It's got a little scooper.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You could
W.com.
probably make it stronger.
Code chewing.
Later.
Check
What
it out a
flavor
little
is
bit.
that?
That is Callow Cream.
Okay. Creamsicle type of thing?
Yeah, it's like a creamsicle.
Orangish. Looks kind of orange.
Yeah,
out of
it's
a
pretty
bottle.
good. Yeah. It's got like orange and like right there is the creamsicle. If I can.
It's pretty good. Benefits, like, actually sell it to
Yeah.
your to your viewers. What is it?
Well,
it
it's
tastes
got
good.
vitamin C, B3, B6.
Good.
It's got all the stuff. It's got the caffeine, and it's a little. It's not as much caffeine as like it's saying it's 100 milligrams, which is more reasonable, so that you don't get the jitters. Like we're not supposed to be having 400 milligrams of caffeine every day.
Don't get the
But
jitters.
I like it. Promo code chewing, get 10% off. So that's very interesting.
Can you see how many people are watching?
2.
We got viewers, 2. I think the
2,
second
at
one
least 2. I can't see on Rumble.
Oh,
but
on YouTube. But I think
it
maybe one of
includes
them's.
YouTube.
I think one of them's our newest follower, my buddy from work, Rob.
Nice.
Had pretty good, not pretty good. I had really good conversation with him today. So he's checking us out.
Nice. Well, thank you for tuning in.
I'm sure he's just as tired as I am. Actually, he's probably more tired. He's gone like 7 days straight or something.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's
putting in the
it.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a nice paycheck.
Yeah, that's always good.
Oh, right.
So,
I'm pulling up. Yeah.
Pull it up. I think that was pretty much it with the rift there.
Yeah, it's
let's see what happens. Intense volcanic activity, including Mount Kilimanjaro and series of lakes. It says extending from the Red Sea to Mazabaqu. This titanic tear produces deep valleys, intense volcanic activity, including Mount Kilimanjaro and a series of lakes.
It's Mozambique.
Mozambique, yeah.
All right, question for the other guys here, and I guess for some of the viewers, would you, if it did split off and you were a part of the original continent, would you, want to move to the new island?
I'd go to the new place. I'd be like one of the first explorers. Not that it needs exploring, but it's
right.
I guess it would need like restructuring because what damage, all this stuff. So it's almost like why haven't they done that? Why haven't they done that as a disaster movie? They have volcanoes, tsunamis. What about a continent breaking off?
Isn't that what that movie San Andreas is with The Rock?
Yeah, that's California. It doesn't matter.
But why didn't they do it? They've done it.
They did it.
That doesn't count.
Yeah,
they did it.
It's California, so
yeah.
Well, I'll have to watch it when I've never seen it.
That's funny.
Here, let's go. Since we are done with the rift stuff, let's change it. I'll change my question to how many earthquake movies are there?
So the next thing I want to bring up, and this is the cruise ship chaos, is a lot of people aren't following it. That there was, and I'm going to share this screen. There was a recent, in April, The recent federal law enforcement operations were led to the detention and visa. I can't say that word today.
Revocation.
Revocation of nearly 30 cruise ship crew members, including several employed by the Disney Cruise Line, following an investigation into sexual abuse material. So between April 23rd and April 27th, Border Patrol officers and Homeland Security investigations boarded approximately 8 cruise ships, including Disney Magic, when they were docked at B Street Pier in San Diego. Federal agencies stated that the individuals were targeted based on data received from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The findings, after interviewing 28 suspected crew members, officials confirmed that 27 of them were involved in receipt, possession, transportation, distribution, and viewing of CSEM or child pornography.
Jeez.
And here's the kicker here. The reports indicate that roughly 10 of those 28 individuals detained were workers for the Disney Cruise Line. Witnesses on the ship described seeing employees led away in handcuffs while still in their uniforms. And the corporate response, Disney issued a statement confirming that individuals involved are no longer with the company. No shit. They emphasized a zero tolerance policy for such behavior and stated they are fully cooperating with the federal investigation. And I heard that for customers, because there are people that heard this story and they want to cancel their cruise, and they're like, yeah, if you don't like it, just cancel. And that's what I heard. So that's allegedly speculatory. That basically, oh, you don't like the news, cancel.
Yeah.
So, but 10 out of the 28 individuals were Disney employees, which is, I mean, we've heard stuff about Disney. We've heard stuff about Disney, Nickelodeon, all that stuff. Like, it's gross. That's what it is. Like, gross. And like I said in a previous show, I think anybody really that is that way is probably possessed by, is demonic, because it's not mental illness at that point. It's not a desire. Maybe it is, but it's not a human one. That's just my opinion.
Manifested by the evil. And has,
for sure,
has possessed your shell.
While Disney received significant media attention, the CBP confirmed that the majority of the 27 individuals were actually from another unnamed cruise line. What cruise line is that? Why is it unnamed? Like, probably because their execs paid somebody to get it. No, we're not talking about that. I wonder if we look up what elites own cruise lines.
Yeah.
And this is just what's happening to them. They get the visa revoked, deportation, and then the public scrutiny. All right, what's this note? This investigation is distinct from a separate case in late 2024 where a stateroom attendant on a different line was sentenced to 30 years for placing hidden cameras in passenger cars.
Right.
This 2026 operation specifically targeted digital distribution and possession of illegal material. Okay.
I remember that one in 2024 too.
Yeah, I don't. No, maybe I do remember hearing something about it. That, oh man, I can't believe you put cameras everywhere. I was like, well, he's good. I don't know how, like, he
There
put
you go.
cameras everywhere. I know cruise lines have cameras everywhere. He must have in tech where you just shut things off. What do you got, Greg?
I just put for BlackRock because you said it. Cruise line holdings for BlackRock as of 25-25 or 2025-26. Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Carnival, Virgin Voyages. Those are some pretty big ones. But they at least have holdings. It says in the beginning, just to be, BlackRock does not wholly own any major cruise lines, but it is a major institution shareholder in the top three, which control the vast majority of the market. As one of the world's largest asset managers, BlackRock holds significant passive stakes in these publicly traded companies alongside other large investors like Vanguard.
And yep,
that's the other one.
State Street.
So you got these three big ones that they are.
Those are pretty big names. So, and if
5.8, 6.9.
I mean, we know BlackRock, the likelihood that they have some major, stock holdings in any of those is probably pretty. Even Disney itself they probably have, because it's
at least this one's not
listed
listed as a major one for them. So it might be 2 or 3% instead of 5.17.
Yeah.
This one's 5.8 to 6.9, 7.4 to 7.7. So, yeah, crazy. All right,
like whatever company
take
owns,
it down.
What?
Put us back. Yeah. I just wanted to share that real quick because that's like, yep, that's kind of what you thought.
Yeah. Let's put our disclaimer here. We can put it at the bottom, and we'll leave it at the top. So this is the big cruise line news.
Oh yeah.
This is like the 2026 hantavirus outbreak. So I'm just going to read it. We could share it. Here we go. Let me share it.
Sure.
So the 2026 hantavirus outbreak is a developing situation that began in early April. Unlike most hantavirus cases, which are isolated incidents involving rodent contact, this specific outbreak has gained international attention because it involves the Andes virus strain, which is capable of person-to-person transmission. So this is as of today, the current outbreak is primarily linked to the cruise ship MV Honduras, or whatever, Honduras, which departed from Argentina on April 1st. As of May 12th, 13th, there were 11 reported cases, 9 confirmed, and 2 probable fatalities. There have been 3 deaths, which I've only heard of 2 reported so far. So that the fatality rate is approximately 38% among those infected. But we don't know, are they elderly? Are they overweight? Do they have the things that, underlying conditions? We don't know anything about that, because they'll, a lot of times, even with the thing that happened in 2020, I don't know what I can say. I don't, the thing that happened in 2020, they didn't let people know about comorbidities or anything like that. And it made it seem like, it's going to get everybody. So 38%, those are high odds if it's everybody. But then you start, we just don't have enough.
And how big was a cruise ship? How many people were on it? That there's a difference of sizes of cruise ships. When it says that, it's not like they were on vacation. I think this was like a smaller cruise line.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 1,200 people.
I'm thinking even less than that.
You pulling it up, Greg?
I was looking up something. Hold on.
But yeah,
that I had heard.
you're right, Dave, that it was a smaller cruise ship, and it seemed like it was like a very diverse group of people from what from all over the place.
Yeah, from all around the world. There was a bunch, representing, different. It says right there, including Netherlands, Switzerland, Germany, France, Spain, South Africa,
and at least 18 Americans
were on the ship. So just right there, I mean, if you want to go by the numbers, you could add. It said one of them were infected, right? Out of the 18 Americans, one American was infected.
At least U.S. impact, yeah. According to the Department of Health, at least one U.S. citizen, which I think it may have been.
So just look at that number right there, 18, and one person was infected. That's a pretty high, number. That's a work environment. That's a classroom.
Yeah.
So I mean, to me, and again, I don't know how serious. They're saying this is like the 2.0. But, the severity and all that other stuff.
The rhetoric is very similar.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you could definitely quarantine one student.
100. It only had 147 people on there.
That's what I thought. It was definitely not like a cruise ship.
It was a bigger. Yeah. Okay. I was saying, 147 people, 86 passengers, and 61 crew.
I mean, the biggest concern of this case is just how it's very similar in a lot of different ways, but the one that sticks out is that person-to-person contact. And then I believe when it happened the first time in 2020, one of the first known cases was a cruise ship, like a bigger one than this, where there was many people from different places that they didn't even know about it until they got back to port. They all dispersed to the airport, which are coming into contact with all these other people, and they all went back on different
October,
planes.
November 19, I think, right?
And yes, exactly. But they were able to start tracking it back all the way to that moment in time. So I think that's kind of why this is, being drummed up as pretty similar, because of one, the cruise ship, different people from all around the globe represented in different countries. So, I mean, there's a lot of similarities here that are running with that.
Yeah.
Not to say that I'm downplaying it and it's not as severe, but, you definitely do what you're supposed to take care of yourself. You don't want to be running or don't want to be running around in rodent droppings, but you definitely don't want to be like, you see someone coughing and being, very sick. You don't want to go around and be around that person if you don't know them.
And if you're sick, stay home.
Exactly. But again, this was probably like on a vacation or something where they're like exploring. It's like one of those.
It's like a scenic cruise, like a little, like Florida has like a little, like 2-day or 3-day Jimmy Buffett cruise. It's it's not that. It's just like a little bit down the coast,
right?
But the virus and transmission is the WHO and CDC have identified the pathogen as the Andres hantavirus, person-to-person spread, which mostly are while most hantaviruses are contracted by inhaling dust contaminated with rodent droppings. Andes virus is unique because it can spread between humans through close and prolonged contact, like you said, a workplace. I mean,
water cooler talk.
Yeah, they
close conversations.
Yeah, it's
not physically distancing. I tried to
call
it. I always called it
what'd you
physical
call it?
distancing instead of social distancing. Physical distancing.
Yeah.
It was silly to say social distance. Like,
Right.
no,
Proximity.
physical. Yeah.
They I tried looking it up, and it came from more of a biology. I asked Gemini what was the difference between now and then, and it went more biology rather than rhetoric. And like they've been saying, oh, there's nothing to worry about, and they said the same thing in 19. Oh, nothing to worry about. It's all good. And the next thing you know, boom, boom. You got to stay home. You got to get this.
Gotta
You
close
gotta
the
get that.
stores.
Yeah.
We need
Closing
only
the stores.
essential workers out there. So, since you brought it back up, I was looking at, or I saw or heard, like the actual numbers now after the fact. And if you just pull up my screen over here,
Okay.
here this says by the end of 2020, estimated COVID infections, 70% of global population, right?
Wow.
It sounds like a lot, but in actuality, where'd it go? Cases, 704 million something. That's 7 million something. Recovered, 675, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So out of these cases, these people recovered, doing the math, that's only 1.4% that didn't recover. So even doing this, I think I put, how many people had COVID-19? That's all I asked. Now, a couple things to note, and this isn't in here, but I'm going to say the testing was flawed because Steph had a client that took a test, 3 separate tests. Did one where she like swabbed, she just did normal tap water, and one like some other liquid, I forget. And then one where she just took it out into a field and waved it around. And like almost all of them were positive. Like what?
Oh wow.
Yeah, like
Yeah. That
the
and
tap water was positive for COVID. Like
yeah.
because the
False
test was
statements,
yeah.
discussions, analysis, reflect personal opinions and speculation. It's alleged. We're just talking about how we feel about things.
Yeah, it's us expressing our personal lived experiences.
Yeah.
So the reporting was very skewed.
And the you want to know something silly or something a little wild? So the guy that invented the PCR test, and which was it's designed to, I guess, define genetic material, and the more magnified you are, the zoom, you're zooming in. So you're only supposed to zoom in so far, or it'll get like dead stuff, because we have dead viruses in us floating around. So if you zoom in too far, you'll catch those and it'll show positive. So they were using too much zoom on the bunch of tests, and then the inventor suicided himself in late October of 2019. Like
before the pandemic.
Yes, he was in an interview talking about it, and he's talking about it that it's not made to say positive, negative. Like that's not what it's designed for. It's the look to see what is in there. Like, okay, so if I go 57 times zoom, I can see all these viruses, dead, 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 dead. So how, what's in the body, all that stuff. It's
Yeah,
not
the
like,
PCR test.
Yeah. It's interesting. In like October or November, he ended up it's it's interesting.
He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 in chemistry.
Yeah.
Nice.
His name was Kary Mullis. Kary. Pretty interesting way to spell that.
Yeah.
Is that the one that? Let's see. Did he?
I think so. I haven't. Yeah, he
I
may.
think you're right, though.
He. Yeah. Why isn't it given his birth date or anything like that?
Oh, you got it up. Let's see.
Yeah. There's the because he could challenge what they were using it for. So they had a alleged speculatory,
Oops. So,
but we've been talking about it, and it is, like AI says, it's a developing case, it's a developing situation, and I just really hope.
no, he did not. So who was that? Who killed himself? I know. Yeah, I heard something like that. Wasn't the PCR guy?
Oh yeah, due to complications. There was, I think maybe there was a guy I know you're talking about. But hopefully we've been talking about it developing, and I hope the best for everybody. And I hope everybody, is healthy. But I really hope we don't fall for it again. And I could be making some enemies here and what have you with saying what I'm saying, but I think it was bad for everybody. And it only made, like, there's some statistic that it made them like 10 new billionaires during that time. Russell Brand talked about it all the time. There was a huge transfer of wealth during this time.
Oh yeah.
Like, while we were sitting at home, not able to work and stressing about how we're going to pay the bills, they were just racking in, just shoveling the money in.
Yeah.
So I just really hope, and something's off if you have to offer them a cheeseburger. Like, look, you do this, you get this nice cheeseburger and fries. Like, wow. Just wow. So I hope we don't go into that.
Right.
But, I mean, who knows? We got the Iran situation still going on. Like, that's just a whole clusterfuck. Well, it's closed. It's open. We're making a deal. We're not making a deal. Yep. Ceasefire? Nope. No ceasefire. It's dumb.
And the trade thing, what's that called again? It's closed right now. The oil, yeah.
Or it's open. It's.
Is it closed? Is it open? Is it opening?
Anybody from Ohio, you guys will get this. This war is like Cleveland weather. It just changes. It changes in the same day. And then a lot of people are saying that these people are manipulating the stock market because Trump will make announcements on Friday that it's like good, so that they come in Monday or however it works. He's skewing the market for gains and losses and all that shit. But
that's doing a little slideshow for me on its own.
It is getting. That's a good sound. And it is getting a little biblical still. We have war. Isn't pestilence or disease, right? Virus. There's the whole with the trait too. There's the fertilizer is slowed down, so these farmers can't farm, so famine's on its way. So it's
you can take my screen away for now.
Oh, where are your screen down here? It's getting a little wild.
It is. Yeah. Oh, you're choppy again. Maybe when you zoom in, we get all choppy. What the heck?
I know. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think I have to restart my computer
Oh, you've been doing
because I saw that before I went on.
too many videos
But,
on there.
No, I
He's
got
been looking
something
at
now.
dudes all day.
Boom.
Dude.
Yeah. Blowing down my computer. Is there anything did we miss anything that we wanted to talk about?
Ow.
You okay? What happened?
The cat just climbed up and went.
Oh,
she's trying
use
to
you
climb
as
up here. Come on.
a human ladder.
Come on. Come on.
So, Dave, anything that you wanted to cover? Anything we think we missed about Africa, the Disney or Disney employees? I don't want to, or the Disney employees found with.
No, I think we hit it all.
Found with. Good. Greg,
Cat
you got
makes a
anything?
visit every time. No, I really hope. I hope you're right about the playbook. We've seen it, but we're not going to fall for the quarterback blitz. You know, the quarterback sneak, all that stuff. The hand it off to the kicker. We're not going to fall for those moves anymore.
Right.
Then there's just too many people paying attention, you know, like too much access of information of, you know, the truth or, you know, the guises that they use, you know, so I hope I hope you're right. We learned from
this movie before.
Yeah.
We've all seen this movie before. We know how the plot plays out. And I really hope, because come on, we all know people. We all know people and how they are. Like, I just really hope they don't fall for it.
I mean, they set the traps early on for it to come out the way they wanted. You know, it's not just one whole thing and this is what it is, and we're going to relay messages every week that correspond with how this became so widespread. It's before all this even happened. Political differences, you know, all that stuff is compounding. And I said that before in the last episode. I want to keep saying that because you could say what you want, but I wasn't born in the early 2000s to wake up and to just be on Zoom in my room and it be in my classroom with my friends. I had to go to school. You know, if you were sick, you know, unless you were like really sick, you were pulled out of class. But it wasn't like anything I've ever seen before. And the fact that they had kids in elementary schools at home, passing school, doing this, they found a new way of life. And why wouldn't you attach your personality to something that was easy just to get by, like AI? So I think it's all compounding. I really do believe that if this is like another wave of it, I think people are actually sitting here, and I hope this isn't the case, but I really do believe some of the population is actually, fingers are crossed. Let's do this shutdown again.
Yeah, there's pieces moving, you know, not just the plates on the earth too. Like, they're moving governments around. They're like Maduro from Venezuela. He's up on trial, and I've seen very little coverage on that. So that's something too that has been on the back burner. Awaken LJ, they're trying to reset how we humans operate. Yeah. Get us more confirmed. That's like
Well, the more
that's why
separated
the
we are, we can't ever agree on something. We can't come together. We can't agree on something. We can't all fight one big power. We all have to fight
yeah
each other, and that's what they want. You know, you think you're a conspiracy theorist if you think things like this, but then they come out to be true. Am I still a
yeah
conspiracy theorist? I told you all
no
along
not
this is what
yeah
was going on. You know, why isn't there a way to find common ground and like bond again and become like together? There isn't that. They don't want that. They want separation. They want us to be different. They want this compounding. I want to say equal, but it's not equal. It's unequal. Actually, is what it is. They want diversification. They want you to stand
yeah
up and fight for what you believe as much as the next guy.
I was just talking to
Yeah.
Greg earlier today. Like they want us divided because like what would it take even if we're united? Like a lot of people are united. What would it take for us to storm the castle? You know what I mean? Like we have the e-files, all this stuff and nobody bad oh we know like what's going to take? But if we're all divided, it's it's even harder. Like
If you
you keep somebody distracted, docile, and
Yeah.
and then they just do
It's
whatever they want. They walk all over us.
if you know the Constitution, you know
uh-huh.
it's a part of it to where
Divided.
it's where people come together to overthrow a tyrannical government. You know, it's a part of our
Yeah.
Constitution.
Divided we stand, or divided we fall.
They just had
United
Davos
we stand.
and announced that is the goal.
Whoa, Davos.
Awaken says, folks I talk to are awake. Yeah,
Yeah,
most
I was
people I
going to
talk
say
to
there's been
do.
an awakening. There has been. There's those few that are like just they I think it's what's that called? It's like a defense mechanism. I don't want to know. If I don't know, it can't hurt me.
It must
So
not be true.
playing dumb. Yep, dumbing it down, playing it dumb. Like those people during the pandemic saying, it's oh, the government. What are you? You're not a scientist. You don't know. When you were questioning like
Yeah.
the COVID stuff, like what? Okay, what's
Yeah.
to say?
Eagle Holder said guaranteed obedience, obsolescence is a thing, and shrinkflation is real. Shrinkflation is totally the flat earth is
Obsolescence.
true as well. Try to prove me wrong. Bah ha 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 ha.
Obsolescence.
But they it's divide and conquer. And if
And
they
then-
can divide us between red, blue,
It wasn't the Constitution, it was the Declaration of
MAGA,
Independence.
neocon, or even they're just chopping the pie up. It's easier to take this piece out because it's small. But like I said, what's going to take us to unite like as like a people? And this is enough. That I don't know. I don't think
I don't
there's
know.
anything really.
I don't know either, but something you said just a moment ago reminded me that people are fighting against traditional education because the number of homeschoolers, parents that are taking their kids out of school and deciding, we're going to quit using these institutions is growing and staggering numbers. They just can't trust that their kids in the good hands for that. Somewhere I read there's more kids homeschooled now than when the shutdown was happening. Like that's crazy.
I know it's a growing number.
Mm-hmm. He said that
That's
word
for
like
you, Greg.
the first time I tried to pronounce rendezvous.
Yeah.
Remember Gregory? Yeah. Rendezvous. It's rendezvous, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, rendezvous.
It is a weird.
It's just a wild. I mean, yeah, supposedly the English language, and I believe it is the hardest language to learn.
Well, that
And
one's
there's
French or
I
something.
think
But
Dave shared
yeah.
it a couple times where he's like, sheep, beep, sheep, beep, and it's something else. He's like, no, that's like gooses, no, geese, or one of the things. It's like that. Everything sounds the same except for this one, and you guys say it
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah,
But
they're
it's
not
spelled the
meese.
same.
A bunch of moose aren't
Yeah,
meese. And stuff like that too. Height. Oh, I before E except after C. But what about 8 and weight and where does that go against it? I
Yeah.
chewed on. Put it back up again.
I chewed on that wood when I said it. See what I did there? A little play on words.
There,
play on words.
Chewing the fat.
That'd be another good
right.
topic to do too. What would it take to bring us all together?
Yeah.
You come up with your own.
That's a better way to put it, Dave.
Idea. You come up with your idea. I come up with my idea. We all kind of like talk about what do you think would it take to unite.
Sadly, we'd argue about those ideas.
I'd rather have
divide.
It would divide us. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
But there was a good month where everybody was nice and everybody was cool, and it took an attack on U.S. soil and the two towers getting hit and going down, and everybody was like, at least here at home, we can be friends,
Yeah.
Neighbors saying hi to each other that didn't talk ever. People crossing in the street, people holding doors, whatever, it's just like really nice. Saying good morning, hello. And
we're proud to be Americans. And they were.
And we reunited a united front against this. Everybody was angry at, the
bad guys.
Horrible, the bad guys, the horrible stuff.
The Lord and Savior Jesus is the only one that will bring everyone together, but everyone has to be choosing it. I agree. There's all kinds of stuff with that. The Temple on the Mount, the third temple, all that stuff they're doing. But
I would like there to be that, in our lifetime, Jesus comes back and shows everybody, this is real. This is the story you've heard, the stories that everyone has heard.
So another side up that unify us.
PSYOP, I think she meant. I think she maybe that's PSYOP.
Another PSYOP.
Maybe.
But that's where Christ says you have to have discernment. You have to have discernment. And it is getting harder. It's getting harder with AI. It's getting very difficult to discern what's real and what's not. And that's what they've been doing that before. You have media manipulation where they're playing a video from 2008 saying this is getting attacked now, So it's.
You have our guest telling his story. That they played news that was like today, but it happened, whatever it was, a year ago, a month ago. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
And you're saying it. You got to discern. You got to go, hold on. Or research. You got to look it up. You got to not take it. You can't take it at face value by first glance.
But
anymore.
Like you said, you're like, who are you? You're not an expert. You don't know anything. Like basically,
right.
Then it was like, who are you going to believe, me or your lying eyes? And now it's it's the same thing. Like now it's almost like, yeah, I did it. What are you going to do about it? That's, I feel like, the attitude now.
I feel
Oh
like
yeah,
I
tell me
feel like
about
the
it.
delay in the story that he was telling us it had to do with protecting more than just not getting the truth out there. You're in an active war zone, and then I go ahead on the news the very next night and say that there's a base where there's military members and high end personnel in the government that we represent to try to stop and fight that war that have no weapons whatsoever. In 24 hours, that whole place would be raided, and you guys, everybody would be dead. So the fact that it came out a month later and they got their arms and munitions back, if they're going to try to attack them, yeah, it played out the way it did. Yeah, did it not look like it should have? Yeah, I get you. Cool, but at the same rate, they got information a month later. That's not really good intel. So I feel like there was some protection going on with that one, on that story, and then I'm sure the government and the military does things like that purposely as well. That's why you're not supposed
Yeah.
to be on social media. That's why you're not supposed to be contacting people when you're in an.
Operational security. Yep.
So it makes
Yeah.
sense, and so I'm not totally agreeing, but I'm not totally disagreeing as well.
Right.
Would you say that you're using your discernment?
No, I'm not. I wouldn't say
No,
that.
not at all. I don't do it. All right, Greg, how about we go with your fun facts and days in history? This day
All
in
right.
history.
So because we did this African rift, the Great Valley Rift, I pulled up fun facts about African elephants. So if you want to pull up my
Ooh.
screen over here. African elephants are the world's largest land animals. These males weighing up to 6,000 kilograms and possessing highly dexterous trunks containing 150,000 muscles. 150,000 muscles.
Wow.
Do you think the human body has 150,000 muscles? Maybe.
You
No,
thought
I
wrong.
don't think so.
They live in
Matriarchal.
matriarchal herds, can live for 70 years and communicate using low frequency rumbles that travel through the ground, which they detect with their sensitive feet.
Ooh.
Amazing physical features and abilities. Massive ears. African elephant ears are shaped like the African continent and are used to radiate heat, acting as giant fans to cool them down in hot weather. Multi-purpose trunk. Their trunk have 2 fingers and at the tip and can suck up to 8 liters of water at once, functioning as a nose, hand, straw, and snorkel. That's awesome.
Wow.
Teeth and tusks.
Wow, that's really cool.
They have 4 massive molars, each weighing about 11 pounds. And their
Holy
tusks
shit.
are actually incisor teeth that grow throughout their lifetime. 11 pounds. The average human head weighs about 8 pounds.
I know. Holy crap.
And they have, I don't know how many molars. If they're like humans, they have like 8 molars.
4 massive ones. Jeez,
So
11-pound molar, probably like that. There's only 4 of them, according to that.
44
They
pounds.
have 4 massive molars.
Yeah, massive ones. They got smaller ones that aren't. They're probably like 8. They're probably 6 or 7 pounds. No jumping. Elephants are the only mammals that cannot jump, as their leg structure is not designed for it. Sensitive feet. They can detect
Interesting.
seismic vibrations, rumbles from other elephants through their feet from up to 10 kilometers away.
Wow.
That's like 6 miles, I think. 10 kilometers. So
Say massive.
we can read more, but sun protection. They use their trunks to spray mud or dust on their backs to protect against the sun and insects. Pretty cool.
I know they're the waving of the ears is for cooling too.
Yeah, it said that here. Their ears are also shaped like the continent of Africa, which is kind of cool. You can look at this picture over here. It looks like Africa right there, just backwards.
It does, yeah.
All right. I went to movie history this time.
Okay.
Detective Comics and where'd it go? Sorry, lost it. Well, maybe I did. Did I? Oh yeah, I'm on movie now. Film and TV. That's what it was. 85 rock singer Bruce Springsteen was married. Pretty cool.
To actress Julianne Phillips.
Yeah, Ben Stiller and
I know that name.
Actress Julianne Phillips.
Ben Stiller, 2000.
Yeah, marries Christine Taylor. Batman appears. Cover page of Detective Comics number 27, the first comic in which Batman appears, May 1st, 1939.
May 1st.
Oh, why? What? I'm on today's day. Why are you doing that?
You're on May 1st.
Somehow I'm on May 1st.
I don't know.
Well, let's go back up here and look why. May 13th, it says right here. So what the heck is it doing? Like an
honorable message or also in May, you know?
Yeah. Well, let's skip to birthdays. Who cares about that?
All right.
We'll go down to some people we may know here. B. Arthur. He's
nice.
Late B. Arthur, but
we talked about her on Hollywood Legends that she was actually a Army truck driver in World War II.
Yeah. Yeah. Good callback. Let's go down here to the 50s or so. Anybody want to? Dick Van Doren. Oh, I thought I was going to say Dick Van Dyke. Oh, 62. Whoa. Old Man River. Lena Dunham. Oh, Robert Pattinson. 40.
Oh, his birthday today.
Oh.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, you'll be 40 next year, dude. What the hell? Click for next page. All right, well, that's it for that kind of stuff. Anybody
Dave,
die today? That's cool.
In the Dark with Dave. Any kind of
all right,
Gary
take my
Cooper.
screen away. Oh, died. Died today in 1961.
Couple things come up to light. I mean, the first Monday in May, they do in the fashion world the Met Gala. You were saying it's really hard to discern what is fake and what is real. And one of the things that had to come out of this that was kind of controversial was the first ever Arabian model was shown wearing Chanel, but it looked like she was wearing denim jeans when actually they were made out of silk. And they can't even discern silk from denim in the highest end of fashion.
That's
so like, I thought that was a pretty cool deep dive. You can't even see what's real or fake in videos with AI. High-end fashion can't even discern if it's denim or if it's silk.
And they're in the room, cool. And they're in the room with them.
Thought that was pretty cool.
Wow. That is very interesting. It's
good bring back to discernment, though, too.
And then the second thing I have here is Trump went over to China to meet with the president of China. He also went with a bunch of people with him about this meeting. Maybe you guys know some of these people on the list here. Elon Musk, Tim Cook. Let's see. What else who else is on here? Kelly Ortberg, the Boeing CEO. Goldman Sachs, David Solomon, General Electric, Larry Culp, Citigroup, Jan Frazier, uh, in the same meeting. Uh, Blackstone CEO Steven Schwartzman, Larry Fink, BlackRock CEO, all in attendance
Oh wow.
for this meeting. Also, kind of coincidentally, and now I don't know if the government works that way where coincidences happen, but we also have a new representative, going back to our last episode, of the Federal Reserve.
I saw that they finally appointed somebody, or not finally, it hasn't been that long, but yeah, they
So
appointed somebody. I have to do some research on him.
don't know if it was a coincidence or not, but pretty interesting stuff in that. So deep
I
dives,
did
a
see,
lot of people aren't really talking about.
I did see the guest list with Trump and China, and I think I could be wrong, but China's big in computer parts, right? Anything, all that stuff's made in China.
Yeah,
Like they're
oh
trying
yeah,
to, like,
that's right.
China.
Jensen Huang is the NVIDIA CEO. He's a part of that meeting as well.
yeah,
So a lot of tech, a lot of financial CEOs all meeting at the summit. We'll see what comes out of this. This is pretty large. Also, something to note in summits like this, in any presidency that we've ever had in the United States, we've never had this many high-end people with the president meeting outside of the country. FYI. So this
First
something
time
very
ever.
something very significant is on the rise. So just put a pin in that and go back to that and look at that when some of this stuff starts coming out, because there is something.
yeah, for sure. And I'm just going to add the verse of the day from the U Bible that, and I think it's actually really fitting today, right now. It says, it's Proverbs 13:20, New King James Version. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the company of fools will be destroyed. So,
I like it.
that's with the discernment. Like, be careful who
company
you're
that you
around.
keep.
Yeah, the company that you keep.
That's a saying. That's
All
something
right.
Mom would say, I think.
Yeah. Well, her favorite saying is, "Not my circus, not my monkeys."
Yeah.
That was one
But-
of her favorites. But
Also, it's the company that you keep.
yeah, for sure.
And like in
Greg.
the conversation about people picking the wrong thing.
Yeah, hanging out with the wrong. I mean, they talk about it when you're young. Oh, you're hanging out with a bad crowd. They knew. That's like the gurus. That you turn into your top 5 friends or whatever. Your 5 people that you hang around with, you turn into those traits.
Yep. That saying, like, surround yourself with 6 millionaires, you'll be the 7th.
Yeah,
I think I've heard that.
for sure. Greg, closing remarks.
Lean back into your faith. Pray. Find the Lord, find Jesus, find solace in that. That if you believe and you it's a word, you commit yourself to the Lord, He'll be there for you. And you'll see it. You'll notice it. And you'll feel a lot better. Pray for a friend. Pray for, the world. Pray for
your enemies too.
Pray for your enemies too. Pray for
them first. Then
pray for them first. Yeah. Pray like you never prayed before. No, pick up the Bible. Just read a couple things. Randomly turn the page to wherever and see what it says, and you'll be surprised that it could be fitting for what you needed it for.
That's what Lord does. And
The Lord will guide your
you should just
fingers.
Open it. Yep. and it's been interesting. It's been really, really cool stuff that she's like, oh my gosh, how is it? Like it's good.
Or
DT.
whatever, or maybe whatever. Sorry, whatever helps you just have some release from all the doom and gloom. If it's meditate, if it's read a book, if it's anything, just to
Something.
not get too preachy or too pushy. But you'll be surprised how well and favorable praying works
Yeah,
for you.
for sure.
So,
DT, your
amen.
closing remarks. Amen.
I mean, with all the discernment talk, you know, it's okay if you don't know. It's okay if you don't know who you think you're supposed to be or who you are. Um, we're always in a constant flow of discovery. We're always learning new things. One thing is not always constant. One thing's not always the same. We're ever changing. We're probably the only mammal in this planet that is adaptive this much to a constant rate of change. And that is okay if you don't know. Reach out and make sure that if you haven't spoke to somebody about, maybe you just feel, I don't know, alone. Maybe you feel that you've been pushed back a little bit outside of your friend group. Reach out to somebody and let them know this is what your mentality is, your state of mind, and speak on that. May is a mental health awareness month. So, more often than not, we need to be doing that. And if you care, show that you care. Let them know that you're there because sometimes those people don't realize it. And, I, I'll never not try to answer the phone. If my phone's dead, there's something wrong. My phone's always on. You know, I never have it where it's a point where you can't get a hold of me or I can't get a hold of you. So, I just say if there's somebody that you haven't contacted in a while that means a lot to you, reach out, make sure that they're okay, and let them know that you're okay. But
For
it's okay
sure.
if you don't know. You can't discern, man, this is not who I was. This is not what, we're always changing. Shed that skin, break through that, and, you're going to find yourself again, especially if you go with the first message from the closeout from Greg. If you have the Lord with you and you're going through something like this and there is nobody, you have somebody there. So, yeah, just
For
go with
sure.
peace. And I wish everybody love and happiness.
Yeah.
I like
And
it.
I've said it before. You're feeling lonely, you're feeling down. Try missing a payment. All of a sudden, you got all kinds of friends calling you.
Right? For sure. Uh, I just, I think now, like Dave says, you don't know, but something deep down in your feelings, you know, like this is off, or the
Your
age old saying,
intuition.
yeah, trust it. It doesn't do you wrong, and we could say that it's your intuition. We could say it's the universe. We could say that feeling. We could say, you know, it's the Holy Spirit too. God, trying to be like, hey, no, that doesn't feel right, or like I said, the age old saying, it if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And that's just trust your gut, trust your feelings, because your spidey senses will go off if you're like, this is not good. And that's it.
Yeah.
And don't be a dipshit. Stephanie
Yeah.
says, you did not choose Jesus. He chose you. Very true.
You got to
Well,
allow it,
with
though.
that,
You got to allow
yeah,
it.
you have to be open
Let
to
it
it.
in.
And with that, you know what? Like, subscribe, share,
Hit the
tell your
button.
friends,
Yeah.
check out our merch.
Thank,
I'm wearing one shirt now,
thank you for
down with
tuning
Big
in.
Brother. Yes, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for commenting. It helps the
What's the
channel.
What's the site where that I could buy one of those shirts?
It is the Shopify. The links are in the bio,
The description.
the description of this episode, and it's on the channel.
Nice.
And I love you all, and God bless, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Love you too.
Well, then you won't, then you rather not go. I'm gonna say it to you. These three little words, and they mean that we are through.